Here you go, sir. So this is the shuttle bus train.
Okay.
All right, grazie.
Go in 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. I better rush then. Let's get out of here. Let's get to the hotel. Turin. The sunlight hitting Italy this time of the year gives off a cooler representation of hues. Very nice to the eyes, both on cam and off cam. A subtle vibrancy, if I may say. Of all the colors, the important one on this trip is the color orange. I got a call from Anna, KTM Marketing, asking if I was available to try out the new Duke 390 in Europe. Of course I was available. Perfect. You know, I speak Italian. Yeah. Spaghetti, fettuccine, bolognese. Okay, let's get to it. Now let me begin by telling you what is essentially the same with the old 390. It's the engine and wheels. That's about it. The tank is now steel. It's bigger and can hold an extra 2.4 liters of fuel. We also now have a TFT display, which is usually found in higher end models, so this is definitely a plus. You can also link your phones and Bluetooth gadgets to it. Pretty cool, huh? Also in the dash is a window that lets you decide between the 3 different levels of ABS on the fly. Now, speaking of brakes, there's a larger 320mm rotor now at the front, with an improved master cylinder. Braking now is much more compelling and sure. The subframe is now bolt-on as opposed to welded. This is good if you're into customizing, and also in the unfortunate event of an accident, you don't need to change the entire frame. You just gotta change what's damaged. LED lights all the way. Now look at that headlight. It's beautiful! Look at it again. The new Duke is now Euro 4 ready. It's breathing cleaner now. They redesigned the exhaust and catalytic converter. It's also got a larger airbox and a retuned fuel map. Yep, even the suspension they improved on. The new Duke 390 now also has ride-by-wire, and this, alongside the new tuning of the engine, spells all the difference in terms of response. It's totally different with this bike. I'm telling you, they packed this bike really good. The wheelbase is now shorter by 10mm and the trail by 5mm, while the steering head angle remains the same. Riding position with the new Duke 390 is different. Compared to the older Duke, seat height is now taller by an inch, 32.7 inches compared to the older spec of 31.5. What's also higher are the foot pegs, in a position I would call upright aggressive. It's situated more to the rear. Now I'm 6 feet, and as you can see, my legs are more snug with a tank. For my body specs, I just fit here better. I also found the seat to be more comfortable than the old Duke, being now that it's wider at the back and tapering off at the front. So your ass will be smiling with this seat more. Our spearhead for the ride is from KTM PR, and his name is Luke.
The riding was okay? Not too fast, shall we? Okay, really sorry with my pronunciation of the names. Lucero?
Zach?
Yeah.
With me.
You're first.
I don't know many people named Luke, and when I hear that name, I think of Star Wars. And Luke had a Jedi aura about him. We felt a sense of security and trust that the ride will go well. And when he started doing wheelies and stoplight to stoplight sprints, I'm like, it's that type of ride, eh? The force is strong with Luke. Now, riding in Italy is very different from riding in Manila, let me tell you that. Buongiorno. 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 Here, they respect each other on the road. They give way to each other. If you're on the left side and there's a car in front of you, they see your bike, they're gonna go to the right and let you pass. You know, stuff like that you just don't see here in Manila. Unlike in Manila, you have all sorts of beings not supposed to be on the road, like cows, dogs, jaywalking humans. So when Luke told me to let her rip in a nice clean stretch of road, I went for it. Top speed, I got about 150. Interestingly enough, the RC390 feature that I did a few months back got me 172 kph. I'm not sure why that is, considering it's the same engine and gearing. Yes, aerodynamics is a factor, but at those speeds, that would only mean I'll be reaching the top speed later. Up in the Alps, we hug them corners tight. Handling is superb. easy and feeds confidence to the rider. The new Duke 390 is definitely a fun bike to be on. You got lots of usable power for the urban terrain and enough oomph to make highway runs stimulating. This is almost a completely new bike, as you can see. I mean, you might think to stick with the old one and mod it to this level, but that's gonna cost you big. I mean, the improvements in the new Duke 390 is just a huge leap. One thing though that I did notice in this ride alongside the other journalists is that the aux fan just kept on going and going and going. I mean, it would just turn on every so often. April in the Alps is pretty cold. Well, at least for my Pinoy ass. My nipples are hard! So to hear this fan click on every so often just made me scratch my head. We weren't even in bad traffic, so you can imagine Manila heat, right? It should be an easy workaround though. I mean, they just gotta adjust the sensor or something. Overall, KTM has a very strong contender in this segment. All the goodies coming out of this little bike just screams value. 268,000 bucks, folks. It'll do anything for you. Daily commuter? Check. Highway runs? Check. Want to grab those corners? No problem. This should please you for years. Good for KTM, because they need to buy some time to figure out how to beat what they just unleashed. The new Duke 390. It's a hell of a good bike. Hi there. I was wondering if you can help me out. Where can I get some really good cheese? I heard there's a supermarket here nearby.
Yes.
It's really good.
I think you can find a really good cheese in Lingotto, that is over there.
What kind of cheese do you recommend that I get?
Oh, my favorite kind of cheese is burrata.
Burrata.
Yes.
Oh, okay. In the Philippines, when we're angry, we're burrata. You know, we say nakakaburata.
Yeah. Yeah.